Alright, this is 7.2.45, the infamous tall, green, smooth pea problem. It says, after genetics experiment of 60 pea plants, the number of plants having certain characteristics were tallied, with the results given to the right. And it talks about tall, green, and smooth. So I'm going to make a Venn diagram with 3 circles. And I'm going to label this one tall, and green, and smooth. Alright. And it says there are an experiment of 60 plants. So there's 8 different compartments in here. If I add up all 8 of them, that's going to add up to 60. It says 26 were tall. That means this entire circle for the tall ones is going to add up to 26. I can't do that one yet. 32 were green, can't do that one yet. I'm going to jump to the bottom. 4 had none of these characteristics. I can do that one. 3 had all 3 of these characteristics. 18 had green peas and smooth peas. So whenever you see that and, as long as it doesn't say only or but not, that's always going to be a little football looking shape there. So 18 had green and smooth. So that's this football looking shape right there. We already have 3 in there. So if we do 18 minus 3, that gives you 15. 8 were tall and had green peas. So tall and green is going to be this little football looking shape. We already have 3 in there, so that leaves 5. 36 had smooth peas. That's the entire circle for smooth. We can't do that yet. 32 had green peas. That's the entire circle for green. We can do that one. So we have 32 minus 5 minus 3 minus 15. We'll see what that gives us. 32 minus 5 minus 3 minus 15 is 9. Right there. And 26 were tall. That's the entire tall circle. We can't do that one yet. So the only 2 we have left are the smooth peas, which is that whole circle, and the tall peas, which is that whole circle. And we can't do either one of those. So here's my big hint to you. If you get down to where you're stuck and you feel like you can't do something, think about what else you know. Think about what else you know. We know there are a total of 60. Like this whole thing adds up to 60. And out of those 60 plants, 26 of them are tall. So out of 60 plants, 26 are tall. Can we figure out how many are not tall? 60 minus 26 tells us 34 are not tall. If 26 out of the 60 are tall, then 34 out of the 60 are not tall. How does that help us? Well, if they're not tall, then you can cover up the tall circle. And these other 4 numbers are going to add up to be 34. So right now, let's see what they add up to be. Right now we have 4 plus 15 plus 9. Right now they add up to be 28. So 34 minus 28 tells us there must be 6 right here. Alright, and then we'll uncover that. So now we can go to this one. 36 had smooth peas. So that's this circle right there. So for that one we can do 36 minus the 6, the 3, and the 15. We'll see what that gives us. Gives us 12 right there. And then 26 were tall, so the entire tall circle will add to 26. Right now it adds up to 20, so that leaves 6. So I'm going to say it again. Once you get stuck, think about what you also know. So since we knew 26 out of the 60 were tall, we could figure out how many were not tall. We could have also said, well, we know 36 out of 60 are smooth. So we could have said 60 minus 36. And we could have said, well, then 24 are not smooth. And we could have covered up the smooth circle and gone about it that way. Alright, so then answering our questions over here, we have find the number of plants that were tall and smooth. So tall and smooth is going to be this football shape right here, tall and smooth. So 12 plus 3 is 15. How many plants were tall and had peas that were neither smooth nor green? So they were tall, so they're in the tall circle, but they weren't smooth or green. So they're just the 6 right there. Alright. And then how many plants were not tall? Okay, so if it's not tall, I'm going to cover up the tall circle. But had peas that were smooth and green. So if they were smooth and green, that'd be those 15 right there.